First track tonight from our Scottish album of the week, Gary Clark, 10 short songs about love, released in 1993, and that was We Sail on Stormy Waters. We'll talk more about the album later on, but it's now all about my guests. I have in the studio, I've got Brian Miller.
Hello, how you doing, Ronnie?
And I have Alistair Scott. Now, both you guys are from a band whose name I have known for a long time. When I was young,
Yeah.
I am so happy that you have decided to resurrect it, because I thought it was a great band first time, but from what I'm hearing on the EP, you become an even better band this time.
Thanks to me. Thanks to Alistair. I think like when we started the band, it was just like we had the When I Was Young of 2015, which was a pop punk band, and when we started this, it was a bit of kind of talk about what we were going to name it, and I says, well, I had this band previously when I was young, I loved the name, I would like to kind of bring that back.
Yeah.
There's no really a relation as such to the previous band, but obviously I was in it. But we love that name. It works with a pop punk band, and it's quite fitting as well when you're 40 years old now.
And let's face it, you have the name. That's the important thing.
I stole it from Blink 182 actually. It's a name of one of their songs. That's where we got the name for originally. So
There was one before. We had an idea.
We had another name. It was going to be Blame It On My Youth for a while, which were game mistake for Blink 182.
Yeah.
But When I Was Young just made sense for us.
It certainly does. Alistair, how did you get involved?
How did I get involved?
we met during the day job, didn't we?
We did,
A few years ago.
Took months for us to actually speak to each other.
Took months, and then that was us.
You kind of convinced me to play. I
You know
was a
what?
Yeah.
bedroom player, and then you forced me out of my comfort zone. So
As I said to you when we were talking before we went on air, a lot of the best guitarists in the world have come out of their bedroom. They never played in a band, but they sat in their bedroom or a wee home studio playing guitar to their favourite songs.
Yeah.
And that's how you learn.
Yeah, that's how I've learned. So
Brilliant guitarist, excellent guitarist.
Are you still playing guitar, yeah?
I'm still playing guitar as well, but he does all the fancy stuff.
Now, when we came back, we've known each other well, because when I was here the first time, I had Wednesday night sessions, and the first incarnation, you didn't play live, but you came in, it was yourself and Colin Huckle.
Colin, yeah.
And I remember having to go up to, I was at a gig, I was seeing the guy that was in Squeeze, Glenn Tilbrook, at the Harbour Arts Centre, and I left there and I drove up to the High Street to get the
Yeah, that's right, so you did.
And it was the start of what I would call a good friendship.
That was like 10 years ago, I mean.
Oh, it certainly
something
is,
like
yeah.
that. It's been a few years, Ronnie.
And then, of course, you were back in the studio, you had a project, Anomalies, and that was something totally different. When you brought that to me, that kind of blew me away.
Yeah, it was something myself and Jordan and Rory did at the time, and it was just trying to do something different for what was kind of about local music. It was an ambient, kind of very kind of Sigur Rós influence kind of band.
Yes.
Away from the pop punk side of things, but I think we still had all the pop punk riffs and stuff as well. But that was a cool band at the time. Quite proud of what we've done, but there's no plans to resurrect that.
I'm just pleased that you've resurrected When I Was Young, and you're sitting here in the studio. Let's hear the current single. This is When I Was Young, and Dash.